Okay, literally, the biggest scam you guys still believe is that the customer is always right. Sophie Rain is bagging $100 million a year on the Blue app without even posting what you think she's selling. If your first instinct is to hate on her, babe, that's exactly why you're stuck in your flop era right now. She has this whole thing on lock doing 5 specific things. She gets what you don't. Your brain pays for what it literally can't have and almost always hits harder than everything. While girls go full spicy and don't even touch her tax bracket, Sophie turned being mid, ghosting guys, and literally gatekeeping the content into $100 million a year. Let me show you how. Move 1, the toxic play. You think she's securing the bag just because she's a baddie and guys are thirsty? Y'all cute! Then explain why there are literally millions of other girls on the Blue app who are just as hot, posting way more, like full spicy, and they still can't make rent. If pretty girl post content was the whole blueprint, everyone would be rich. Real talk. They aren't. What Sophie is actually doing is running the same exact toxic play as that one situationship you're obsessed with. The one, leaves you on delivered for 16 hours, watches your story, and then just texts WYD. And when that notification pops up on your lock screen, you literally lose your mind. But the guy who's obsessed with you wants to wifey you up, gives you all the validation, you leave him on red, he gives you 0 vibe, and babe, that second guy is you. You're out here doing the absolute most in every room you walk into, and you're fumbling the bag every time because you never make them chase the high. Sophie will post and then completely ghost. She opens a DM, sends one text that gives a sub actual heart palpitations, and then goes MIA for a literal week. It looks messy, but it's so calculated. It's not chaos, it's a trap. Casinos don't get rich because people win. They get rich because people almost win. Every other girl on that app is acting like a vending machine. Tap to pay, get the content, buy. Sophie is the slot machine, period. And the house always takes the bag. Move 2, the mid-girl glitch. There are girls on the Blue app with the 4K cameras, full glam, literally doing the absolute most. And they aren't even touching her tax bracket. Why? Because they look like literal AI. They give off that untouchable IG model energy. Your brain looks at them and is like, okay, 10 out of 10, but I have literally 0 chance. It's giving window shopping. Sophie stays in her messy bun, low effort era. No ring light, crusty iPhone quality, looking like a random 2 a.m. FaceTime call. She's giving very much the cute neighbor you, low-key, think you could actually pull. You look at Sophie and your ego is literally like, bro, she's mid, like she's basic. Babe, that exact thought, that's the trap. Your brain just convinced you she's in your league. And the second a guy gets completely delulu and thinks he can actually pull her, he will blow his entire bag just to prove himself right. Every other girl is out here trying to serve literal goddess, and they're broke. Sophie is looking attainable on purpose. She's literally monetizing your delusion, and you just hand over your wallet every single time. Wait, actually, hold on. Move 5 is literally the finisher, though. Like, the reason you're so delulu and keep fumbling for her, it's not even about Sophie. It's not even the Blue app. Babe, you've been on this exact wave since you were like 10 and nobody ever clocked that it was the same exact play. Stick around because move 5 is actually going to leave you cooked. Move 3, edging the bag. You go on one decent Hinge date, and before your Uber even turns the corner, you're double texting, had so much fun tonight, because you have literally 0 chill. You barely sit down for drinks, and within 45 minutes, you're trauma dumping your entire life story because you desperately need her to like actually see you. Every other girl on OF falls for the exact same scam you do, thinking, if I give them more, they'll stay. So they completely fold. They go from implied only to crossing every single hard limit just to stop guys from unsubbing. They do the absolute most. Guys hit that post-nut clarity and literally dip. You give them everything. You fumble the bag. Sophie just edges them. She dropped a clip recently panning down super slow and cuts to black exactly 2 inches before the reason 500,000 guys clicked. 2 inches. She's literally on her couch eating dry cereal in sweatpants. While grown men are losing their absolute minds over the 2 inches, she decided to gatekeep. She gives 90% because she knows the last 10% is where the actual bag is. A 23-year-old in her messy bun era gets this way better than you and your little marketing degree. That's exactly why she's pulling millions from her couch, and you're stuck in a cubicle stressing over the next round of layoffs. Move 4. Rage-funded subs. I can literally see you in the comments right now yapping about how she's just selling porn. You really thought dropping that think piece was a flex. Babe, You are literally her employee of the month, and you haven't seen a single direct deposit. Like, every time some new drama drops and the timeline tries to cancel her, you guys eat it up so bad. Every single time you try to humble her and write literal paragraphs about the drama, you're literally just doing the algorithm's job for it. You're pushing her straight onto the FYP of guys who could not care less about your little hot take, but have their Apple Pay loaded and ready to go. She doesn't need you to sub. She just needs you to be physically incapable of shutting up about her. And your ego literally won't let you just scroll past a girl who secures your entire net worth by, like, next Tuesday. So you pause the video, you type, you argue in the replies, and you close the app feeling like you really did something there. Spoiler, you didn't. You literally just worked a full unpaid PR shift, and she didn't even have to ask you to clock in. Real talk. You've got two choices right now. You can just scroll, go back to being a literal NPC working for free, and babe, we both know you will because you just found out that's your whole vibe. Or you can actually lock in, hit sub, and start clocking the moves before they clock you. Because the next drop, it proves this isn't even about Sophie. You were literally cooked way before she even showed up. Move 5, the simp tax. I'm not even dropping some big secret here. Sophie didn't even have to train you. You guys have been on this exact same vibe since you were literally 10 years old. It just wasn't on the Blue app back then. Think about how you'd blow your whole birthday money on V-Bucks, or those FIFA packs just for that one rare card. You didn't even care about the skin that much. You just wanted the high of almost pulling it. You'd drop 50 good just for that half second of hope before the pack opens and gives you absolutely nothing. Again, just colorful pixels on a screen. Babe, that was your first time in the lobby. You've been feeding a rigged machine since middle school and didn't even clock that you were the one getting played, that Sophie didn't invent some new play. She just took the same brain rot your favorite games gave you and put a pretty face and a TikTok dance on it. Every time you sub, hoping this is the month she finally goes full spicy. You aren't paying for her. You're paying for a 0.1% drop rate that literally does not exist. That thing where a girl is mid until she leaves you on delivered and suddenly she's a 10. That's not her play. It's yours. She just realized your whole generation is already cooked and figured out how to secure the bag off it. So that's the whole tea. A 23-year-old ex-waitress is literally running a 9-figure glitch on the Blue app from her couch while you're still yapping about her being basic. You really thought the customer was always right? Babe, you aren't even the customer. You're the NPC being farmed. You're just the guy with the credit card funding the 100 mil because she knows that selling almost hits way harder than buying everything. And honestly, knowing the play isn't going to save you. You're still going to be out here simping for the crumbs the world is gatekeeping. You're still going to walk right back into the trap because the rush of almost is a drug you haven't figured out how to quit yet. If you want to see how the rest of the world is using this exact same brain rot to keep you broke and desperate, you need to click this video right now. This is Americology. Subscribe by